It's the start of a big weekend for us here on the Highveld. In terms of looking forward to the Wilgeborgsdrift SA Fillies Classic and the Tab SA Classic on Saturday, the Horse Chestnut, there's some big races. 069 164 3272. Send your name and ID number. We'll add you to our group so you can get the shows much quicker if you want, if it's convenient for you, and other information that we can provide. There's the QR code for those of you that need to use it to open up your Betway account. And on Twitter, we're at Weighted to Win. On X, I should say, not Twitter anymore, X. At Weighted to Win is our handle. Okay, guys, well, for Port Elizabeth, Kabeja on Friday, we're on the turf, and Nino Podesta's on the line will take us through the card and give us some guidance. We've got some Cape Town horses that are coming into the Eastern Cape, so makes for good day's racing. But we'll start the first, which is a maiden juvenile plate over 1,200 metres, where it appears that Royal Kingdom's going to be hard to beat. It's priced up at 7.5 to 10, Nino. And based on that debut performance to Direct Hit, who we saw win so impressively the other day, and another one directly from their Galileo Star, also came directly from there one. So this favourite does look very hard to beat. What do you think?
Yes, 100%, Clyde. The form behind Direct Hit has been franked in no uncertain manner, and it's going to be very, very hard to beat. You're going to get a lot of improvement from number 2 King Prawn over the 1,200, and then just keep an eye on the well-bred unraced horse, the Pop Chart. But I think the play could be the right play, could be banker number 5, Royal Kingdom in the bipod. I put 3 horses in because I got some bankers coming up. But I do believe that the Royal Kingdom will be very hard to beat.
Okay, well, that's a very interesting choice from your side that you've gone as wide as you have. 2, 4 and 5. Nino agreeing, though, that if you do like Royal Kingdom, maybe we can get away with that in bipods as well. So there are the numbers. There are lots of bankers in Nino's bipod without even bankering Royal Kingdom. We'll leave that to you, our Weighted to Win viewer. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let's move on now to race number 2 on the card here at Fairview Racecourse, and this is a maiden class field. It's over 1,200 metres. Betting this morning, well, Candice Bass is around, and she's got that horse Poetic Princess in there, number 1 on the card, priced up at 7 to 10. Nino, you can tell us a little bit about the Cape Town form, if it's good enough in order for her to go all the way through and win this afternoon. They bet 5 to 1 about the second choice, One Giant Leap, and then you can get 8 or 10 to 1 and better about the balance. You planning on bankering this, Nino?
Yes, I'm going to banker it, and it's a confident banker. She brings by far the strongest of the Cape Raiders. Her form is by far the strongest. The run behind My Sensation, who's won again, and the run behind Miraculous, and also the eye-catching run is fourth, only 4 lengths behind. She's got class. So by far the strongest form, and I will be very disappointed if she gets beat. But in saying that, the Candice Bass Raiders haven't been doing too well of late, but I'm sure that's going to change today. So a very strong selection, and like I said, I'll be very disappointed if she gets beat, and I'll be even more so disappointed if she doesn't run second for the bipod.
Okay, well, this is a place accumulator that you've given us now, and I see that later on in the last couple of legs in the PA appear to be quite competitive, so it looks pretty solid the first 3 quarters, but the final quarter you might have to open up and load all those horses that Nino's recommended. So Friday morning, they've taken out the 14 that's not running here in the third race, first leg of the pick 6, field of 13 of them that are going to be going to the gate. And let me bring you up to speed with the latest betting, where Flight Engineer makes its debut for the Kelly Mitchley stable, Tony Peters also with the Tony Peters stable, and is trading currently at 12 to 10. Barcy and Suzette Viljoen sent some horses to Port Elizabeth, and Flight Engineer is one of them. Second choice, number 4, Bomber Bay. It's currently trading 7 to 1, 8 to 1 about the 5 and Action. And the number 6, Global Chief. You can get 8 or 10 to 1, 10 to 1 and better about the others. Now, Nino, I see the Joburg form that Flight Engineer ran to last time behind Paul Revere. been pretty solid because DuPont Emerald came out directly from there and won, and so did that also Sean Terry's on Thursday. Yesterday, there was Satyagraha come out and won as well, so that form's pretty strong.
Very strong. And the run before that, when it ran third to this horse called Royal Force, that also came out to win again. So very, very strong form. Clyde, I only like two horses there. I think Flight Engineer is the horse to beat, a massive runner. And I like the way that Bomber Bay is coming back down from a 2400 to a 1200. I think that's the nearest danger. So 1 and 4 for me. And also just to let the people know that Dennis Swals and Louis McCotter is not riding today. And Richard Fourie picked up the ride on number 9, Bumpers.
Okay, very interesting. So Richard Fourie's on Bumpers now. Make a note of those changes. And Nino's worked out a pick 6 where maybe there's a tactical move with this horse Bomber Bay, who's dropped into the 1200 after trying as far as 2,400 meters last time. Very interesting indeed. 2 horses for Nino in the first leg of the pick 6. So we got a handicap now, fillies and mares, and they're going 2,000 meters. Note that the 10 horses been taken, I beg your pardon, the 10 horses going to the gate is what I should be saying in this particular event. So we're on race 4, and no jockey changes to report as far as I'm aware in race 4. And there is a change in race 4 for number 5. That was Canford Queen. They've taken the blinkers off and they've put the compression mask on, if it makes any difference to the way you guys study. Now, the market shows that number 1, Lotus Island, in this race for Alan Greef is favourite. It's even money. Does look quite hard to beat here. The natural dangers, the Cape Town horse from Candice Bass Robinson stable, number 3, Heliotrope, who's a 2-1. And perhaps it comes down to those two, but Nina, I know you're quite close to Alan. How confident are you with Lotus Island?
Very, very confident, Clyde. Very confident. And my second best bet on the card. I cannot see this horse getting beat. The way he won last time by 4.5, he could have won by 10 if he wanted to. He's in down at the line. I think they're going to struggle to beat it. Obviously, the danger is number 3, yes, and maybe another one for the quartets and trifectas could be number 2, could it be? But I'm very strong on Lotus Island. I've been given the go-ahead. So there we go.
Thank you, Nino. Can we take the double with that into Splice the main brace? Can we take that double?
You can smash the double.
So to race number 5 we go now. Tougher race perhaps. It's a handicap fillies and mares over 1,200 metres. And note that there are 2 scratchings here. 9 and 11 have both been taken out. So there are going to be 12 of them at lineup now that the 9 and 11 have been scratched in race number 5. Just in terms of any changes here, that number 8 Enchanted Lady is MK Kachedi's ride. That's the change in race number 5. And if you need to know, they've taken the blinkers off number 2 Strange Magic. Now with the market, Nino, let's talk about it. 5-2 about number 4 Sweet Darling. Then you've got number 6 By the Light of the Moon is at 5-1. And number 8 Enchanting Lady, who's at 11-2. You can get 8-1 and better the others, but a bit of a tricky race, I thought.
Well, it will be tricky if Sweetie Darling fluffs the line, Clyde. If she brings any of that form, of that Cape Town form that saw her run 3 lengths behind One Stripe, she ran a length behind Roman Agent, and even the run behind Rockapina, 3 lengths behind Rockapina, they're going to have to struggle. They are going to struggle to beat her. The Glen Cotson's stable is deadly in PE. We all know that, how good he is when he rates PE. Definitely the horse to beat. I've backed her up. I don't know. In my personal bet, I would probably banker this, but I'm there playing for the public. I think a horse like Valeria's Dream could be a bit of value. Going back over the 1,200. She won at 1,200 at Scottsville, I believe. And then by the Light of the Moon, the last 2 runs over 1,000 were too short. The last time she ran over a 12 Fairview, she won. But I'm definitely in the camp of Sweetie Darling. And by the way, that second last run when she ran where is she, Sweetie Darling? When she ran 15 lengths behind La Divina, you can put a line straight a line right through that run. It was on a wet going, and she was badly drawn, and she was restless. She shows her best form over the sprints. She's going to be very tough to beat, Clyde.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, well, she brings the Cape Town form, as you say, and some pretty solid form. I see Chad Little is there to ride Sweetie Darling. So Nino in her corner, but safer play 1, 2, 5, and 6 in the first leg of the jackpot. Maybe you can play it two ways, everybody. Go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, Nino's recommendation, and his other, in that the Cape Town form is very strong. Perhaps consider bankering the 4 in another jackpot. Welcome back. Let's talk now about our next one, where this horse runs Splice the Main Brace. Very hard to beat. It's 8 to 10. Nino's already given us the green light, but look, I want to talk to him about From a Distance just to get an idea what the Cape Town form looks like. And even that horse from Justin Snaith is there, with that horse Bella Vista as well. So some interesting runners coming out of the Cape, and I want to get his version on what that means for him around taking on Splice the Main Brace, whom I've mentioned is 8 to 10, just so you know. From a Distance is 7 to 2 this Friday morning market. And number 6, Bella Vista, also 7 to 2, and then 10 to 1 and better about the balance. Okay, Nino, I know you're confident, Alan, but what's your version on the Cape horses?
Well, I think there's a danger. There's nothing between From a Distance and Bella Vista on the last run behind Yolika Dung. But Clyde, you believe in ratings?
Yeah, I follow them, yes. Yes, I follow them.
You're a big believer in merit ratings,
yes,
aren't you?
Yes.
So then they can't beat Splice the Main Brace. I don't have a problem with the 1600. I think she will love the 1600. Been out of Master of My Fate. She's an 8-time winner, running against 1-time winners at level weights. And if you believe in ratings, then this is a penalty kick. I've been given the go ahead. I've been told the stable is very, very confident, and I am going with my stable here.
Okay, well, that's what we're going to do. We're going with Splice the Main Brace. That's the whole plan. You heard Nino about ratings. This also is a 108, taking on the rest of the field. And banker of the day for Nino Podesta. Okay, we've only got 2 more to go, and these last 2 races are trickier than what it's been like so far in terms of studying the form and recording the show this morning. I've had a look at Nino's recommended bets and suggestions and all that sort of stuff, and the last 2 races are tricky. Now, let me bring you up to speed with what you need to know about race number 7. The number 13, William the First, is being ridden by S. Naidu, so that's the change there, and that Jason Gates is on the 6, Rose of Bayou, and no other changes to report as far as I know, race 7. Now, the market has got them as follows. Top of the board, number 12, Holocene, favourite at 33 to 10 this morning. 10, Cheeky Laddies, the second favourite at 7 to 2. 13, William the First, is 6 to 1, and you get 8 to 1 and better about the others. Tricky race again, Nino.
No, not for me, Clyde. I like a horse to kill in this race. Number 10, Cheeky Laddie. And I'm like you. I don't sleep at night. When I did the selections, I put 2 horses, but I studied the whole night. I spent about half an hour on this race, and I've come up with this horse, and I think he's going to be very, very hard to beat. That last run on the poly, just ignored it. He's going to be suited to the long 1,000-meter straight at Fairview, and I think he's going to take a power of beating. I'm very strong with number 10, Cheeky Laddie. The dangers are Holocene. Look out for Brendan James if he comes back to his best, and even a horse like Rose of Bayou, who's run against very strong fields in PE. But to me, after restudying this race, I'm definitely in the camp of number 10, Cheeky Laddie, and very well.
Hard to beat. Okay, got your double. I know your double, you got a few, but you've re-looked for a second or a third time and very confident now with 10 Cheeky Laddie, who, by the way, is 7 to 2. After listening to Nino, that price is not going to be there for too much longer. But here's his first look and glance at studying the form and the final double of the day. Again, maybe 2 plays here. Go the double 10 banker by 4, 7, 11, 12, 13, and another play as per what you see on screen. Okay, back now to the last on the card, and let's take a look at the changes that you may need to know about. Scratch the 17, the reserve runner. In this race, note that number 8, Flash Lightning, is being ridden by Sandile Kati, and number 12, Flower Festival, will be ridden by Geerthuizen. It's not going to be, he's riding Donald Geerthuizen riding number 12, Flower Festival. In terms of other changes in this last race, with regards to Iguguletu, number 7, says your compression mask and blinkers off. They both come off, and the tongue tie off as well. And we've got a comment about Iguguletu, courtesy of Hollywood Bets Racing, a reference to the fact that this horse showed some signs of form, a return, and better than his last start over 1,200 metres on the poly, as he was reported to be coughing quite severely after the race. He is doing well at home, and with a bit of luck from his awkward draw, he's capable of running into the money. So there is some confidence around Iguguletu. But the favourites is horse Nino, number 4, Legal Thriller, who's priced up at 5-2. Number 4 on the card, 7, Iguguletu's 11-2. And the 1, Grando Aces, 8-1. What are you doing in the last race, my friend?
I'm taking a few. I don't like this race. I see they've taken everything off Iguguletu. The blinkers, the tongue tie, the whole lot. So they're obviously expecting a good run. And I make it a runner. I've also heard a little whisper now this morning about a horse called Mr. Belvedere, which I did not include in my play. So I would really like the public to add that in. I think it's a trappy race. I made Iguguletu my first bet. I wouldn't be taking 5-2 about Legal Thriller. That's the kind of horse that always disappoints me. She could be in the money. She could even win it, but not for me. But I give it a place chance. I like a horse called King Sailor, number 13. I believe that also that Below Deck won a very good race over course and distance, has to go in. And so those are my numbers. With the 3 in now, it will be 3, 4, 7, 11, 12, and 13.
Thanks for that, Nino. We won't leave out the 3. We'll add it in, Mr. Belvedere. Thanks for the information. And that's our recommended play of the last race. Thank you for watching, everybody. This is Betways, Weighted to Win. And we look forward to joining you for our big day here at Turfentine on Saturday, where both Daryl Marie and myself will be presenting from the racecourse.